Hello everyone and welcome to the Simply Colorful FiberCast. Today's date is August 26, 2016. My name is Lynn Marquidon and I'm your host. Welcome! We have another 60 minutes to see what we can get done together in terms of fiber art. So welcome. I have so many things to talk about and to show you, and I feel like I'm back. Fall is here. It's time to get re-energized. So thanks for joining me. I'm so glad you're with me. First off, we're going to talk about a new mystery quilt that we're kicking off next week for 8 weeks. And behind me is one of our earlier mystery quilts that's on the simplycolorful.com website. It's called Crocus and Daffodil. And I was reminded at how many pieces it had, and this mystery quilt coming up that we're going to start next week is going to have this many pieces. We're going to go back to something intricate. So think advanced, think challenge, think excitement, and that's what we're going to do for 8 weeks starting next week. In fact, I wrote down the weeks. Ooh, and I hear you dinging. The weeks are, one second. Oh, Jean says today's ad at the top of the show was Jenny. Yay! Jenny at Missouri Star Quilt Company. I'm glad you can see me. That's the important thing. I feel so good to be back here in the home studio. Even though it's not the finished studio, I can't wait for you to see the finished studio, and I'll get to that a little bit later in the show. But what I was talking about was our mystery quilt. Our mystery quilt is going to start next week, and it's going to be 8 weeks long. It's going to conclude on October 21st. And again, it's going to be challenge, advanced, lots of pieces, but anyone can do it. And there is involved a mystery piece of fabric that is in a bag like this. 1 yard that's going to go in the mystery quilt. Now, in order for you to get this bag, and this may be a surprise to some of you, I know I've received an email or two, and let's talk about it. I completely understand if this is a surprise. But to get this bag, what I have done is, we've set up a Patreon account, Patreon. And think of it like being a patron of the arts. It is a way, it's a new business model, a way for us to connect me to you, me give you a service that you pay for, you decide how much to pay for it, and become a patron of this FiberCast and of this channel and of Simply Colorful. That's all it is, so that we can continue programming. We can continue bringing you a variety of programming and more guests, more projects, more time, etc. Sound familiar? Sound like Pledge Week that we all grew up on PBS? Well, that's what it is. So, without further ado, if you want this mystery bag, go to www.patreon.com/simplycolorful. And on there you will see the different levels you can pledge. You can literally pledge pennies a week. At the pennies a month. A month. So think of what you pay for a coffee or for a lunch. Think of this as your entertainment. For $2 a month, you can get this bag that will go with our mystery quilt. So, that said, FiberCast isn't changing at all. It's for everyone in the world. I hope those of you who have enjoyed FiberCast in the past and expect to enjoy it in the future can become a patron. I'd really appreciate it. And let's talk about it. We can talk about the pros and cons, and I'm open to any and all ideas and thoughts. So, I hope you'll sign up, and I already have one patron, and this is on its way to you. So, with that, let's get into, and then if you go to, again, patreon.com/simplycolorful, you'll see different levels. For $3, I'll send you a t-shirt. You can have your very own Simply Colorful t-shirt. So, that's that. Get psyched. Now, what am I doing between now and then? Well, I am preparing for our Marathon Quilters biennial, is that what it is? Every other year quilt show. And we are to make things. I have a table there, a Simply Colorful table, and I am making these dolls. So there's felt. The felt is the fiber in this project. And you may have remember last Christmas we made these, and I'm making more. So what I thought I'd do tonight, if I can, and I think I can in 60 minutes, we'll see, is make a stab at finishing this one. And she looks very undone compared to this one, doesn't she? And yet I've done a lot to her already. I've already wrapped her arms there with pearl cotton. I've already formed her body. I've cut out her shirt. I've put her legs where we're going to put the beads on. I've put pieces of, these are flower petals from the Joanne flowers that you can get. They're not, these aren't silk. These are fabric. But I love them. They all do the trick. These I thought were really fun. These chrysanthemums make nice fall dolls. And we'll have them all hanging up, and we'll be selling them at the quilt show. We'll also be showing Simply Colorful Mystery Quilts from last year, the Two Color Delight. So Joyce, Karen, and I will have that, and I will share pictures of that. So, as always, show me what you're working on. Send email to lynn@simplycolorful.com or lmarquedon@gmail.com for those of you who already have that. Okay, so let's get moving on this. I have a lot of dolls to make between now and September 18th. And let's see, first things first, I have discovered that I need a little collar. And if I put a few beads on it, first I'll use my pinking shears. Put that on the handy dandy floor. And then put that right on top here. And I have my pin cushion going. And lots of different colors. Isn't this beautiful? I love this color. And I love my beads. I've been pulling out beads. There we go. So what have you been working on this week? I think if you're like me, I feel like I'm trying to prepare for fall and finish up what I want to do and need to do for the summer. So it's been a busy week, but productive. We worked full time, and we enjoyed our vacation last week. And Bob is back at work. He's a realtor and a builder, and also he's working on the studio upstairs. So he has been very busy doing that. I'm just taking little tucks here, and if in a perfect world I'd have blue beading thread. So what I think I'm going to do, because I have white thread, don't you just love the feel of thread in your hand? I love it. If we open this up, I have one of these beading needles that I like, that I find, I don't know about you, but I find in the morning, I don't know if it's the light coming in this way, but I do much better in the morning with threading needles. By the time the evening comes, it's more challenging. Isn't this aging thing wonderful? But this is one of those beading needles that has the whole wide opening. I don't know, I'm sure you can't see that, but instead of a little eye, it's an inch-long opening of metal. But So this mystery fabric that we're using in our quilt, I can tell you that it is a Hoffman. I can tell you that it is a 2006 design. And I can tell you that it should be pretty versatile in the colorways that it can work with. So be thinking about, and it will be a scrappy quilt. So I don't know if I said that, but it will be scrappy. So be thinking about what you have in your scrap pile. Are they the whole colors of the rainbow? Are they just certain colors that you gravitate to? This mystery quilt is meant to work with what you have. So like I said, instead of, it's going to be challenging because we're going to work with values of fabric, how dark or light the fabric is, as opposed to the hue or the color. Although that's going to be fun and pretty too. So now I'm literally, this is fun. If you haven't done this, this is very therapeutic. Putting beads onto felt and going around here in a circle, tacking down the collar of our little dancing girl. These are cute when they're done in Christmas colors. There we go. So I know that's very subtle. You can hardly see that. So I'm going to pull up some lighter white beads. This will be pretty. I don't know if you can't really see that, can you? Oh, I know. Someone posted an idea to use a different camera angle, and I think that's a great idea. So thank you. Here we go. This will show more contrast. I don't know if you can see those white beads. I bet you can't. Oops. Oops, oops, oops. Oh. To pull it up to the front first. There we go. So who's out there tonight? Is KB out there? If you are, hello. I hope you've had a good week. Thanks for being with me last week when we made the tote for Alexa. That was really fun. Not to mention being outside. Wasn't that nice? It's hot here. It's like 80 degrees. It's going to be humid again this weekend. And you know, before we know it, I'll be complaining because it'll be cold. So I'm just thankful to have this time to do this. See, so I'm going around and around this. And maybe what I'll do is I'll finish this, then I'll go online and we can have a discussion. See who's out there. Tell me what you think about this Patreon thing. I really am loving the idea. It is, as you know, this is something that I do after work, and I have this thought that we could do more if we spent more time at it. You know, these mystery quilts, we could do programs during the day, during the week, right? For those of you who might be home and want to work on the mystery quilt, we could have guest speakers. Oh. Who's that? Let's see, let me just finish this one little thing. I love to hear the ding, so love it. I'm beading 3 of these beads at a time. And they're little white seed beads. And the reason I'm doing 3 at a time is I'm hoping that by doing that, they'll show up enough for you to see. And to make an impact when this is hanging in someone's window or in their office. The legs are the real bling. They have Swarovski crystals in them. And, oh, I keep doing that. I keep loading my needle with beads before I bring it to the front. Anyway, the legs really dance. Let me show you. Or that's my vision for the legs. I don't know if you can see that. And the crystals reflect the light. And I put a little crystal on the top of the acorn too. We talked about the fair last week, didn't we? And thank you for the suggestion of taking pictures of the fair. Of course, I didn't see that until after I got home. I did take a picture of the braided rug, and that is on Patreon. Mom took that picture after when we went to pick it up, and that has been delivered to Elise. Okay, and there we go. So there is the necklace for our little dancing girl. Let me see who's out there. Hey, KB, I'm here, she says. Can't wait to get my mystery fabric. Will we all get the same fabric? Great question, KB. Yes. For this fall brown bag mystery, excuse me, it is hot here. Everyone who participates will get 1 yard of the same fabric. And again, it's Hoffman, printed in 2016, quilt store quality. And then you'll be able to put all of your own scraps with it. Thanks, Jean, for letting me know about the ad. That's awesome. Oh, do you guys keep getting the iOS update? I keep getting it, and I keep turning it off. Or I'm not turning it off. I keep saying later, and it keeps coming up. Oh, Carol! Hi, Carol! Feels like I haven't seen you in forever. Carol over in Natick, she says, hi, Lynn. Happy Friday to you and all the FiberCasters out there. She says, I'm working on a chevron wall hanging tonight. Ooh, excellent. Ooh, can't wait to see it. She says, I've not made enough progress to photograph it yet, but hope to make some progress tonight to show it off soon. Happy sewing. Oh, that's great, Carol. Isn't it the best? Just your own time to sew and do what you want to do. Oh, and Gay, thank you for your pledge. Really appreciate that. Looks like you are getting your mystery fabric and a Simply Colorful t-shirt. Wonderful. I so appreciate that, Gay, and welcome. Stephanie. Hi, Stephanie. She says, it's been a few weeks since I've seen you live. And she says, hi to all the FiberCasters. From Stephanie. How are you? Are you going to Missouri anytime soon? I tell you, Chris Myers, who may be on, although she's traveling the world now that she has had a big birthday. I'm just kidding. Love her to pieces. She's going out to Missouri Star Quilt in October, early October, I think. So that's going to be great. I'm so glad you're out there. Norma! Hi, Norma. Norma says, hey Lynn, hope you and everyone are doing good. I'm going to have to watch tonight's episode later. Okay. My cell phone battery is about dead. I had my oldest daughter order me one, but I haven't gotten it from her yet. She says, the one I have now just stays charged a few minutes. Ooh, that's something is, the battery is shot, doesn't it? Sounds like. That's why I haven't got to watch any of the last couple of shows, she says. Good news is I think I might have finally found a company that can run internet, so I can get my internet hooked up to my big computer. Hopefully the phone will charge up good enough for me to watch later. If not, I'll go to the library tomorrow, because I'm excited to hear what you have to say about the mystery quilt. Sorry this is so long. Oh, don't ever apologize for being so long. Norma, I'm so glad to hear from you. As the mystery quilt is going to be an 8-week project. We're going to start it next week. It's going to be every week. We're going to do it from right here at the home Simply Colorful studio. And it's going to be really fun, and you can do it. And I hope all is well. And Linda! Hi, Linda! She says, I'm writing in early because I may not be able to tune in today for long. Oh, no. She says, it's pizza night here with the grandchildren. Well, that takes precedence, doesn't it? Ooh, I hope you're having fun if you're not here right now. Linda says, under my needle is a simple baby quilt. It's the disappearing 9-patch pattern. After webbing, final assembly will include a couple of borders. And she says, hello to the FiberCast gang. I'm looking forward to seeing what others are working on. Have a very nice weekend. Oh, doesn't that look great? Oh, is there nothing like just a sewing machine with patches going through it? That's why I'm so excited to get back to a new mystery quilt. I want to have that feeling of having my olive oil, isn't that what we were calling her? My Toyota, my 1950s machine sitting here with all of my cutout scrappies, and I just want to go to town. So I'm envious. You have it all cut out. Thank you. Thank you for wishing us a happy weekend. I hope you have a happy weekend too. Now, let me see. Let me just make sure I have one other place to look. I haven't, now that I have my new email address, lynn@simplycolorful.com, I haven't merged that one onto this yet. Technology, I tell you. We could just be doing technology all day and not sew a thing. In fact, I bet if they did a study, they would show that some of our productivity is down. I know for me it is. That 10-10 game, has anyone played that, 10-10? It's just a square with squares in it. Oh my goodness. I have spent hours with that thing, and I have to stop. I'm going to delete it from my phones, I think. Just, ooh, we have new mail. Deb Linehan! Hello, Deb! She says, hope you've had a great summer. Happy to be watching you live while Kevin watches the Patriots. That's perfect. Are you watching on your iPad and he's got the big TV? She's been knitting a sweater for Emerson with a basket weave stitch along the front and sewing wallets. Awesome. Now, of course, I have it on my big screen here. Let me see if I can download it. I think I'm going to have to do that. I'm going to have to forward it. Like I say, how am I going to get anything done with all this forwarding of email? We've had a wonderful summer. I miss seeing you at the Vineyard. Next year we have to do it. And I'm so glad you're there. Patriots again. We were already talking about having a Patriots party and doing a chili cook-off. I don't know if you or Kevin make chili, but Bob was in, Carl, the guitar player's in, Mike wants to be a taster, so we'll have both. We'll have cooks and tasters, and of course we'll have the Patriots on. So that's in the early planning stages. Oh, I'm so glad you're out there, Deb. Deb and Carol, my night is complete. And with everyone else out there, I'm so happy. So this is the mystery fabric. Did I mention it's Hoffman? I did, didn't I? Okay, enough about that. Let me get back to making the doll. So I'm still just I'm bedazzling it with beads. Can you hear the band? They're down. I don't think they have a drummer down there. I think what I'm going to do is do one white, one blue, and then a white. How's that sound? There we go. There we go. One white, one blue, one white. So how fun was it to have all of our guests over the last couple of weeks? My niece, both of them, Violet and Allie, put a quilt. Violet's big quilt was hanging in the hall at the Ag Fair. That was a thrill. I think I may have mentioned that. And Allie's doll, she entered it and got a first place actually in her category. 1, 2. And the sweetest thing of all was that the last day Bob and I were on vacation, Allie came. Allie is next door at her parents' house, my cousin's house. And she came over within hours of us leaving, and she gave me a thank you note. Warms my heart, doesn't it? I had so much fun just being with her and with Lily and teaching them and watching the excitement of seeing them actually learn how to use the sewing machine was such a thrill. There's such goodness that comes from using your hands and making something. So that was really fun. Okay, so there's one arm. And then what I've been doing is I use my pinking shears to add a little fringe. And I'm not even cutting the thread, just going across to do the other side, because we have to get to the point where we put this on the doll. Oh, Deb, I wish I could see your picture. I will show it next week, which reminds me I have a couple of things to show you from Linda McNiff out in Northern California. She sent us a picture of a dress she made to wear to a wedding tomorrow. And it was funny. She's a coworker. She sent me a note yesterday, and she said another coworker is getting married tomorrow, Christine. Christine French, if you're out there, congratulations. I hope you have a wonderful day. I do suspect you're not watching FiberCast. I hope that made people laugh. Can you imagine? And then think back, for anyone who's married out there, think back to what you were doing the night before you got married. Where were you? Did you see your fiancé? Where did you stay? Where did he stay? Did you follow tradition and not see each other the next day? It's fun to think back on that. Anyway, there we go. Okay, so we're done with both sides. Now I just have to finish it off. Okay. Now I literally, one thing I wanted to do is I'm taking the arms off, and I want to put a bead to make the belly. So there's a bead, and now I'm going to put the arms back on. The arms started out as a long pipe cleaner that I put into half. And I have to say, doing the pearl cotton, making the arms, has taken the longest so far. That's a commitment. Because it has 2 layers of the pearl cotton around, up and down. It has felt at the end that you have to sew on first. And I tried doing it all using glue, and it just was making a mess. So I abandoned that and went back to good old-fashioned sewing, which really in this doll making, it always seems to come back to that. Just your needle and thread ends up being much cleaner, and I think you get a better outcome when you do it that way. So, okay. So now what I want to do is you ever have too many supplies? No, never. Never, never. Okay. Go. Who does this? There. Now, where is... Where did I put that needle? All right, we'll use this one. I think I'm going to pull out my go cutter too to make our mystery quilt. So if you want to get started this week before the first clue next week, start pulling out your scraps and start preparing them. So if they're musty, wash them. Put a little vinegar even in your water to take any smell or must out. If they're already washed or you don't want to wash them or it's new, iron them. Make sure it's all flat and ready to cut. There we go. Well, that took 5 tries, didn't it? And that way you'll be ready to go by next week. And again, if you want the mystery fabric, you won't need the mystery fabric till a few weeks in, but might as well, if you do want it, go and pledge $2 to patreon.com and I'll send it right out to you. All right. Something's dusty around here. So now I'm literally doing the button stitch. And again, if we had an overhead camera, now would be the time to put that in the studio upstairs. I think I'm going to make a request. I took a picture of the studio floor today. I'll post that on Patreon. Okay, so I'm literally just doing the buttonhole stitch. Isn't it satisfying to do the buttonhole stitch on felt? I love that, the feeling of it's always clean, or usually is. This is a little bit more tricky because I've got things in the way, but it's still pretty good. things in the way when I pull the thread. And then I get it up to the corner. And oh, this was funny. It took me several tries to remember how to do the button stitch. You like that? Just, once I get the hang of it, I'm fine, but I was going the wrong way, and it's pretty funny. I would think embroidery is one of those things that you do get better at with the timing. Who's that? Oh, Deb, you're the best. Deb has texted a picture of what she's knitting. Oh, thank you, and her wallets. Thank you, Deb. It looks like you do beautiful work, just like your mother on that knitting. Look at that. Can everyone see that? Oh, that is great. And then, you made those purses? Whoa! I love the clasp and the modern fabric. No way. Are you selling those? I'd buy one. Love that. Love those. Really nice. Those look like they could be favors for something. A wedding party, a bridal shower. Oh, and Jean says, I'm working on my Life is Good camper quilt and getting my studio ready for my buddy tomorrow. That would be me. I am going over to Jean's, and she has been so gracious to help me help her make a t-shirt quilt for Cooper Corby, who is my nephew, and his father is right downstairs. Mike came and showed me the layout, Jean, tonight. He's so excited. He is just beside himself with the fact that this is being done for Cooper. He showed me all of the t-shirts, including the one that he was wearing that was Mary's. And so, thank you. And please don't worry about cleaning up. I am fine no matter what the place looks like. Yay! I don't know how you get done all you get done, girl. Everyone, quilters, all of us quilters, everyone on this show, it is amazing what you get done. It's amazing the pictures you send. If there was I'd like there to be a Quilters Awards show so the rest of the world could see all you do. All you make. I mean, think of what we've talked about in the past couple of years and where we've been and where we've come. We started this on New Year's Day 2014. That's more than 2.5 years ago. And think of the things we've learned how to do. Even for some of us, emailing. And that's not a joke. That's not meant to be funny. It's meant to describe how our world has so fundamentally changed in the last 9 years since the iPhone. The iPhone was introduced in 2007. 9 years. That's not even a decade. Now, granted, the internet has been around for 25 years, which is kind of shocking. Of course, it wasn't widely used for a while there. The WWW, the World Wide Web. Remember when you first heard that? I can remember showing my grandmother. And actually, I'm very happy that I had that experience to be able to show her. I showed her how to get on the internet. And I remember her sitting next to me in Aunt Bonnie's office. And as always, and I probably have told you this, she was attentive. She was reserved. She definitely was interested and was listening and learning, and she understood. And imagine all the things that she had seen since being born in 1913, and how this internet thing must have blown her mind. Anyway, this internet thing is really, I'm not overstating it when I say it's changing our lives. And I know you've heard me say it before, and I probably say it too much because my job currently is being impacted and my livelihood is being impacted by the fact that people are not building computer systems in their basements anymore. Big companies aren't building their own computer systems in their basements. They had to over the past 40 years because no one was providing a service to store their data, so they had to build it themselves. Well, now, with cloud technology, with big network pipes, with the internet, with really fast devices here at the edge, we're now to a point where big companies don't have to build their own computer networks in their basements. You and I don't have to do it, certainly. They can buy it as a service, just like they buy their phone service. And so companies like mine that made a living selling computers to put in the basement are having to transform themselves. That's what we're doing. Or merge with other companies and offer cloud services. So anyway, I live and breathe it every day. I see the impact of it. And that's why when I think of transformation and I think of what do I like to do every day, it's this kind of stuff. And I know that there are more people out there like this that want to do this kind of stuff. Why not, and I know that we've been able to connect, why not figure out how to do it more, better, faster, together? And if I can make someone happy, if someone who maybe can't get out, if for an hour a week they can join other FiberCasters and enjoy watching someone making something or share what they're making, why not? Why? Let's do it. If we don't do it, someone else will. And I just feel so fortunate to live in a time when technology is affording us this new way of thinking and living. And I know that sounds altruistic, and maybe I am a little naive. Maybe after 30 years of working, maybe I'm not as realistic. But anyway, I'm dragging on, dribbling on. So here is, she has her shirt on. Now watch her transform from this into a person. First I have to get some acorn heads, acorn caps. So first we're going to put her, these I picked up last fall. A nice big cap. And then what we do is we put her head on. And there's a reason why it's a round circle. It's so that we can pull the string up through. These acorn caps are much stronger than you might think. Watch, I'll break it now. But I'm literally putting a needle through it by pushing down. Can you hear the band? They're jamming. Now if I had a little Dremel, and I did, I broke it. Don't do that at home. It broke. Okay, hang on. a good thing to do is, see that one right through, is to go slightly, oh, what's that, at an angle so that it doesn't go right up through the very core. That seems to work. Okay, so there's that. Let's cut some line. So what I've been doing, making dolls is some engineering, by the way. Oh, speaking of which, I told you I got a second on my dancing dolls, the ones you've seen at the fair. And I know exactly why I got a second. I would have given me a second. Or I feel happy that I did get a second because the engineering on it wasn't great. I had broken it, one of them, on the trip down. So there was a dowel that was coming up through the dancer's leg, but it didn't go up high enough. It only went up like that, and her leg was that tall. And so, of course, it bent and it broke. It was a wooden dowel. And I tried to fix it when I was down there, and I never did get a good job. Now what? Didn't I go through this? Here we go. And there was another hand-carved doll. Now, it wasn't as intricate as my dolls, but it was well done, and it was simple. And I think there's a good lesson in that. I don't know about you guys, but I tend to overwork things. I don't know what that is. It's like it has to take longer. If it takes longer and is harder to do, then it's more beautiful. When in fact, oftentimes, the simpler things that aren't fussed with. Ooh, here, I'm going to do this pretty little crystal. Are often the better. So, see what a difference a head makes? Just wait till she has dancing legs. So no glue, meaning there are no drops of glue that potentially show. I just double tied that. Now I'm going to put on this glass bead. I don't think this is a crystal. I don't think. But it's a pretty turquoise. Oh, Norma, I've been thinking of you. I hope you have been able to see Marquet this summer. Okay. So there's that. Oh, I was going to show you the pictures. Linda McNiff's dress and her denim and t-shirt quilt. There, I'm going to do a double knot. Cut that right off. Okay. So, it's getting there. Just need some legs. Woohoo! Some dancing legs. Do, 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 do. All right, let me show you some pictures. Oh, how neat. Deb writes about the wallets that she made. You're not going to believe this. She says, the inside has 2 open pockets. It holds a smartphone, a zipper pocket, and 6 credit card slots. Wow. Those are beautiful, Deb. Seriously, those took a lot of time. Those are great. Love it. Thanks for sharing that. Okay, let's go look at Linda McNiff's. Oh, there you all are. Now I got some mail. Okay. So it's downloading. So this is a dress that Linda made for a summer wedding she's going to in Northern California tomorrow. Isn't that cute? With fruit, and it's probably a size 2 or 0. That's cute. And here is the quilt that Linda makes. Every time I go to California to work, I see Linda, and she makes beautiful bracelets or clothing. She's just so incredibly creative. It's downloading. I'm so glad you're all out there. I thought maybe you weren't. Now I'm seeing some email. It's downloading. Rah, rah, rah. Oh, very cool. Oh, it turned. If I turn this way, will it turn? So there is her quilt, and it had flannel on the back and then denim. She made this with not only leftover t-shirts but leftover denim, and she made a very cool edging that the denim frayed. So thank you for sharing, Linda. That's great. Who else is out there? Marquet, you are out there. Marquet says, hello, Lynn, and happy Friday night to you and the gang. She says, I'm still working on blocks for the swap, but thankfully we're sewing on the last ones, then we will put the quilt together. Good for you. That must feel like a marathon. You've been doing that for a few months now, right? Just wanted to let you know I was sewing with you tonight. I've been busy, so busy lately and out of town that I've missed a few Friday nights. I understand. I was out of town too, right? Did you get your sweet olive oil Sloan Ashland fixed yet? No, it's still there. So soon. In fact, I have to call her. She says, I cannot wait to find out what the brown paper bag mystery is all about and what is Patreon. It sounds like tequila to me. Aha, that's Patron. And I thought the same thing. That's so funny, Marquet. It's Patron tequila is very good, yummy tequila. This is Patreon. And it's for people to become patrons of individual creators. So think of it like when you have a museum and you become a patron of it. You go there, you enjoy the art, and you give a donation. That's kind of what Patreon is for creators. And the beauty of it is that it allows you to decide what you like, what you want to be entertained by, and go directly to that creator. There are no middle people. There's no, now Patreon itself, though, the website, does take 5%. But that's it. That's as direct as it could be, other than, you know, having a pigeon, a carrier pigeon, go pick up donations. I don't know. That's kind of a bizarre thing. Anyway, it's Patreon, not Patron, and you crack me up. Should be quite the show I'm in, and I don't even drink. Ha! Dwink, she says. She wrote it D-W-I-N-K. LOL. You're funny. Here's a picture of my latest acquisition. This was my mother's first little sewing machine. She sews a beautiful stitch and fast, but she's so heavy to be a 3/4 size machine. She was made on October 29th, 1959. Ooh. I named her Peggy Sue after my mom, Peggy, my Aunt Sue, and I love the song Peggy Sue by Buddy Holly. I see you're back in the studio. Love that quilt behind you. Cannot wait to start the new mystery with you and the others. Oh, I'm so glad you're going to do it, Marquet. Thank you. And I'm going to go over and get me a brown paper bag. I love surprises. Well, I better get this sent since it takes so long to arrive. I hear the band did they ever learn the song by the Hollies, Long Cool Woman in a Dark Dress? Have a great weekend. They did not. So I need to remind them of that too. And oh my, I love your blocks. Marquet, you do amazing work. Look at every point on that. Wow. Let me see if I can get that one bigger. Oh, I love the purples. Look at that. Where's your little baby? Oh, and here they are all going together. Oh, and there's your baby. Peggy Sue. Aw. Aw, that's wonderful. Thank you for writing. Aw. Your posts are never long. She says, P.S. Sorry for the long post. Please keep sending them. I love it. Oh, and you like, and Marquet likes blue. She says blue is her favorite color. Isn't that fun? I'm thinking it could be a winter doll too. This could, if we put a snowflake on it, I think you could use it in the winter time. And see how the arms, you can make the arms do things so they can have some motion. Oh, Marquet, I'm so glad you're out there. Oh. Deb C. Hi, Deb C. She says, good seeing you again. Sorry I'm late, but what you up to? Making flowers? I am. Well, I'm using the flowers to make these dolls. And they're dancing dolls, so you can put them in the window, you can put them on your Christmas tree. My mother has one on her lampshade. They're just meant to be fun, and they have some bling to catch the light. That's all they are. I'm making them for our quilt show that's coming up on September 18th. Let's see. Wendy! Hi, Wendy. Down under. She says, my view watching FiberCast. Oh, it's downloading. I can't wait to see this. I suspect. Oh, look at your baby. Oh, thank you for sending that. Oh, she's beautiful. She's a white kitty, isn't she? On top of a quilt. Oh, Stephanie, for the link. I can definitely send you the link. Stephanie has asked for the link to Patreon. I'll give it to you right here verbally, and then I'll send it to us. So all you have to do is go to www.patreon.com/simplycolorful. That's it. Once you make a pledge, and it lets you put in any amount, you will then be able to see posts that go there, and you'll get rewards like the mystery bag of fabric for the mystery quilt and a t-shirt. So I'll send that to you right after the show. Thanks for asking. Oh, and Rita, thank you. Thanks for your pledge and welcome. Stephanie says, I do that too. Floss. Floss, I do that too, or you could put a finger in the center. Are you talking about what I'm using here? Let's see, hang on. Thank you, Stephanie. Veronica, hey, welcome to the live show. Veronica says she's watching live. Hello, my name is Veronica. I'm normally watching videos from the archives, but tonight I get to watch live. And she says, I love mystery quilts from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Well, excellent. Please join us. I hope you'll join along. Again, it's going to be a advanced one, but anyone really can do it. Because really, when it comes down to it, it's just cutting and sewing and ironing and then sewing more together. So it is going to have a lot of pieces, though. I just want people to know that. Oh, welcome. That makes me so happy. What a fun night tonight has been. I cannot believe we're at the top of the hour. Well, for those of you, Dawn Stewart, hey. Hi, Dawn, award-winning book writer, says, I'm binding a baby quilt for a friend who is imminently ready to welcome their new edition. Question about the pledging. How is payment made? Do I send a check? Enjoy a terrific day. Dawn, thank you for asking. On this particular program, you put in your credit card, and it is through the Patreon server, so it is as secure as any of them. I don't want to make any warranties or guarantees, but I trust it. It's been in business for several years. It's being used by other creators. So that's how you do it. Credit card, online, www.patreon.com/simplycolorful, all one word. Thanks, Dawn. And again, I will get, roll call from Australia. One more, and then I promise I will hang up. I'm just having so much fun. Allison and Pete. Allie says, Peter and I have been busy. We had a busy week cleaning the van and planning the next trip. Oh my goodness, you guys do like to travel. I love it. She says, we're off a few days tomorrow, just up the road, and then in 3 weeks we go on a cruise for 3 weeks. Just love retirement, she says. Good for you. She says, I have fabric out for a new baby quilt, and I've designed a simple 9-patch variation. Hope to get the cutting done before we go tomorrow, and then the machine sewing when I get back. I'll be doing some farmer's wife blocks this weekend and taking hexies on the cruise. Life is good. Have a wonderful weekend. Love, Allison. Oh, that is my definition of a good life. Good for you. Enjoy every minute of it, and on that, I think that's a great note to end tonight's FiberCast on. Remember, we're so lucky. Hug someone that's nearby. Tell them you love them. Do what you want to do this weekend. And Jean, I'll see you tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. We'll work on that t-shirt quilt. Maybe we'll even take a picture and share it with our Fibercasters. Go to patreon.com. Thanks, everyone, for your patronage. And I'll see you next week. And the mystery quilt will start 8 p.m. Eastern right here on FiberCast. Bye.